As we age, it's more important than ever, actually, that our bodies are getting all the goodness and pleasure out of food, that we keep active and involved, and exercise, mental stimulation, connectedness and purpose. They're all part of this recipe. But without good food, I don't believe we can do any of those.
So what is Maggie's recipe for a healthy life as we age?
4 serves of dairy a day are what the latest research is, and that is to protect ourselves against falls and broken bones. Protein all through the day, not just in one meal. Protein is incredibly important because that looks after the muscle mass, it gives us the energy, and we need the micronutrients from antioxidants. The antioxidants from fresh seasonal vegetables, particularly everything that's red and orange and gold, they are the most important ones, but with the skins on, because that's where the nutrient is. Every green that lives in the garden is so important to us. Every day, what my husband and I eat comes from what have we in the garden as our starting point. It's just so easy to grow herbs in a pot. I mean, this is a big pot, but it's still herbs in a pot. If you don't have a garden and you have a limited budget, there are foods that are just so perfect for you just buying from the shop. Chickpeas and lentils, legumes give so much protein, give so much nutrient, and they're so cheap. Out of chickpeas, you can make hummus and you can have some crusty sourdough bread and you've got a really lovely snack. Or you can use chickpeas that are cooked but not pureed with your roasted pumpkin and beetroot and onion, fresh herbs from the garden, or just parsley. Parsley has so many antioxidants in it. I mean, this is flat leaf parsley, but curly parsley is fine too. It's full of those antioxidants. Flat leaf just has a better flavour. It's so easy when you have good produce that is of the season and you're thinking, what is the best ingredient?
Although Maggie's passion is for produce, she knows there's more to eating than just nutrition.
It is so important to have the scent, the smells of food cooking. As we age, our saliva diminishes. It's just one of the many things that happen with age. And the stimulation of saliva happens from the smells of cooking. So the scent of real food and the way it looks, the way it's presented. And I don't mean fancy and fiddly. I mean just real food that looks lovely on the plate, and going to some trouble, setting the table with some flowers, looking out onto a garden. The whole dining experience is all part of this. Pumpkin is one of these beautiful golden vegetables, and unless I'm making a pumpkin and goat's cheese tart, for instance, I will cook it with its skin on, and the skin has so much goodness in it. I come to this as a cook, not a dietitian or a nutritionist, but what I know is that there is a huge issue of malnutrition in older Australians, and that is because they're not being tempted by the scent of real food and food that has been cooked with love. We have such a responsibility to be able to give good food to those in aged care, but also to carers that are looking after someone in their own home or someone who is alone in their home. Because whereas food is the beginning, but there has to be community, there has to be belonging, there has to be interest and focus, there has to be everything together so everyone can have a good life to the end of their life. It's our responsibility.